Hello, this is Zara P. Forbes with Words to Feed Your Soul. Today I'm going to be reading Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, A Psalm of Life. This is what the heart of the young man said to the psalmist. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, for the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returneth, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment and not sorrow is our destined end or way, for to act that each tomorrow finds us farther than today. Art is long, and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb-driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present. Heart within and God overhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing over life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with the heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labour and to wait. Well, that was really incredibly powerful for me. Shall I work backwards? Yes, from what I'm feeling now. What I've been feeling now is a lot of contemplation about life just being a in a sandbox, and we're built sandcastles, and then we're trained from children that they're meaningless. You know, the wind, the water will take it away. Other kids will stomp on it. It'll all be gone, but we just keep building these sandcastles anyway. So I've been sort of trying to find the conclusion to that thought, and the conclusion to that thought is very clear. Get out there and leave a lot of footprints. Footprints absolutely everywhere, all over life. Leave your footprints everywhere, because one day someone's going to come along and they're going to be lost, and they're going to be confused, and they're not going to know what to do. And these footprints, they're going to look down, and that one footprint's going to be there, and they're going to be able to find their way out because your footprints were there. Doesn't matter why you were there in the first place. Absolutely meaningless. Get out and leave your footprints all over life, because someone will come along and those footsteps will lead them out. So that I thought was incredibly powerful, talking about not trusting the future, leave the bed behind you, be in the present moment. You know, that's very, very modern thinking. You know, we want to say who invented this. I mean, he lived from 1807 to 1882. I mean, it's only now that mindfulness is really coming to its fore. And here he is saying, don't think about the past, don't think about the future, just live absolutely in the presence. And, you know, then, you know, going back, he's saying, well, why would you do that? He said, because, you know, that heart it's just beating, it's thumping along, it's a drum, it's a funeral drum, just going to death. And, you know, but it's strong and it's stout, and, you know, and it's not about, he's saying it's not about so much about your seeking pleasure or your avoiding pain. It's about getting out and putting your footprints all over the damn place, just so we get further, just so we just trample all over this thing. And how he's saying, but people who think, you know, life is meaningless, don't say that to me. Don't you tell me that life is meaningless. Don't you tell me. So I'm going to run it forward. He's basically saying to someone, do not tell me life is meaningless. Do not tell me you don't care whether you're alive or dead and it means nothing. Because life is absolutely spectacular. And it's not about whether you're happy or whether you're sad. It's about how much you get out there and how many footprints you lay down in the sand. Because you're on your way dying. You're just dying. Don't just be like the other cattle, just barely moving and just going the way of everyone else. Get out there, all over the place, up where footprints have never been before. Stay in the moment, and our life can be remarkable, and we can leave behind us. We'll leave these footprints. That will be our legacy. Amazing. There is a lot of talk about this not being a coherent poem. To me, it's not. It's completely coherent. It's not an issue. It is absolutely makes sense and just drives through beautifully. So I'm excited. I'm going to read it one more time. We're going to absolutely love this, and we're going to go on this journey. A psalm of life. See, now notice too, he's talking to the psalmist. So people often say they think he's talking to the science, but it's a young man talking to the psalmist, the person who's worshipping and who's like, that's we are, just hand our lives over, and he's just got such passion and vibrancy. Okay, the heart of the young man said to the psalmist, tell me not, in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, for the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment, and not sorrow, is our destined end or way, but to act that each tomorrow finds us further than today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave. In this world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb-driven cattle, be the hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present. Heart within and God overhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints in the sand of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing over life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing. Learn to labour and to wait. Beautiful. This is Zara P. Forbes, the Words to Feed Your Soul. We've been reviewing a Psalm of Life by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Absolutely beautiful.